If you don't know, wa obedu zola no wa. My name is Imasuen Amowie Izoduwa. Just an ordinary Benin man who loved this land, who cherished this land. The man who has lived with the dictates and laws of this land. Oma noma o no towe, oma no temata, oma nephew boye me down. I want to speak to all of us with a hope that it gets to our consciousness. This is not even time to throw insult or throw blames as to what could have been done better or the current state of the place that we are. But it beats my imagination. There was a letter that was written about 2 days ago as a result of the Edo State Executive Council had a resolution that has to do with the traditional councils, Benin traditional councils and all of that, mode of payment and all of that, how these people will be, traditional rulers will not be paid and all of that. I'm going to explain it from my own understanding, without necessarily having to raise any eyebrow. Like, I have been one of the most misconstrued human beings on earth. People have labeled me in all manner of frivolities and actionable frivolities that I pay, who puts me on the salary. I want to say it's for an opt-in time that I have defended the palace, understanding that it is my right as an Edo man to defend the throne. And I have no financial benefit from the royal house or from the palace of the Oba of Benin. I have no financial benefit from anybody. I'm a Benin man who worked very hard for himself. But when things go wrong in the society, I like to also speak on the matter. This is not a time for me to blame anybody or to say that Onona will win the man. Because me myself, I'm tired of all of these unnecessary fights. I am tired as a person because I have practically done my best and people have misconstrued me to be someone who benefits from all of this crisis. I do not benefit from all of this crisis, but these things are avoidable issues that I have waited for the past few days, whether these people who tend to be benefited from all of this crisis, whether they are going to come out and speak about it. None of them has come out to speak about it. About a year ago, when some of issues also came up, I remember I went to see the ESL of Benin. Right there in the house of the ESL, a Sogman of Benin was there. The latest Sogman of Benin, Chief Ededi. I remember that he said, "Wati wa Ohana na be atok be a Sogman. Enemo Izoduwa." I'm happy that you are finding ways for issues bedeviling the kingdom to be resolved. Okay, but let me tell you, that's how he put it. I've said it a couple of times. And I told him that you know what to do. Stand on the way of truth and be patriotic to your beliefs. A letter was written and people still have not reacted to that letter, not understanding the intent of that letter. Some have maintained the concept of neutrality or Makame, as a matter of fact, or Mavikaine, because that is how we have not degenerated to as a people, that Omakaima. But I'm a student of history, a very good student of history. During the reign of Obaisigi, Olia and some other chiefs of Benin Kingdom had conspired against the throne. They went to invite the Ata of the Gala and all of that. Benin almost lost their throne. But after we came out victorious, Olia and I realized that Agewu Ewedwe Nedu Yabi and Lunda Yemahe or Yemayiri there Agamwedu Boto Karimaya no Bayani Yedu Amu Boto. In other words, if Olia had succeeded in the orchestration that he had at that time of the reign of Obaisege, there would have been Olia today. During the British invasion in 1897, because Prince Izoduwa was not really liked by some chiefs, so they had favored his younger brother, Prince Horror. So they wanted him to be the Oba, but eventually their skirmishes failed, and eventually Prince Izoduwa eventually became Oba of Obaisi. During the British invasion in 1897, as the war was about to start, some chiefs rejected to be part of that war. They were very neutral. Notably was the Izomo of that time. He was supposed to be the warlord. But after the British had succeeded in invading and capturing Benin, Izomo realized that he had made an immortal mistake. Today, the Izomo of Benin, even a councillor, a colonial created government of councillor, local government, a local councillor in ward level, or even a local councillor has more say and power in the decision making of the state more than the Izomo. Izomo has always been the worthiest of all Benin nobles. But today, what becomes the fate of the Izomo? Omanari Naya Woho in 1897, Anaya Webeho. Today, and I hear a lot of Benins are saying that let us bacanize the kingdom. Let us bacanize the kingdom. I laugh. Izoduwa, for the first time in 7 years, will fold his hands and not say anything. But before I fold my hands and not say anything, I have to say the peace of my mind. And I have to interpret the letter. Omanari na ya uko aga ma egegase a eduga yini hanare that Omanari na ya uko anaya will be mako. Those who believe in the principle of sitting neutrality, those who believe in, that's why I have gone into my shell. I don't go for any of these Benin platforms and interact with them. I get invited, but I don't go. The reason is just very simple, because it is only a haria dohungu, edunagogo, ana ye obari, ana ye dori, ana yo hage dori, ana ye lele mioge dori, a haria dohungu. But I have seen you singing a do, I know one was singing a do, but my idol, you're not concerning. As a matter of fact, you're not concerning. As a matter of fact, because I am tired. I have been misconstrued. A lot of persons are going to see this video. I also want to start another crisis. No, I'm not starting another crisis. I just want to interpret what was written on that letter. The letter emphasizes that the Oba of Benin is a permanent chairman of a State Traditional Council. Why? Why would the letter emphasizes on a known fact? Oba of Benin, right from the days of the Midwest states to the Bender state, have always been permanent chairman to the creation of Edo State. And there has never been any time that he was challenged or honored with call. So why is the present state government emphasizing that he remains the permanent chairman? It's a ruse. Like I always say, I pay attention to details and I understand the intent of a thing 1,000 miles. He wants to allow the Edo people see what they want to see. But the content of the letter is to deviate the attention of the true people who still love. A lot of Edo people don't love the kingdom anymore. I understand. I don't know the statistics. But for some who still believe in our traditional institution as the only institution that God naturally gave us, not the colonial institution that is now called government, that still believe. I want them to go read the letter over again and understand the intent behind the letter. These are full things that must be drawn out of the letter. That 18 local government traditional rulers. What that means is that from the 1979 Gazette, the Benin Kingdom, which is Edo South Senatorial District of Edo State, has only one traditional ruler. So it is one traditional ruler that administers over the 7 local governments that makes Edo South. So every other title holders in Edo South, within the sphere of Edo South, by 1979 Gazette, is regarded as a traditional chief by law. It's not Izoduwa that said it. Go to the 1979 edit, is there. All right? It is there. So when the state government now refer that 18 local government traditional rulers, it therefore means that they have an intention of creating 6 extra traditional rulers in addition to the Oba of Benin, making it 7. Why? When the 1979 Gazette, when the 1979 law was being gazetted, they understand that every of that title under Benin Kingdom, which is the Edo South Senatorial District, we are an offshoot from the Oba of Benin. So there is no need equating them to the Oba of Benin. The concept of Amowie Valedo by that State Executive Council meeting has been defeated. We will now have 7 traditional rulers. They might not be in status equated to the Oba of Benin, but they have an autonomous or an autonomy that is different from the Oba of Benin. He also emphasizes that the Oba of Benin remains the permanent chairman of the Benin Traditional Council or the Edo South Traditional Council. At what time would the Enigi have contested with the Oba of Benin that is not their father or is not their permanent chair? Why was the state government re-emphasizing a fact that is known to the blind and to the deaf? That is because they wanted you to see the rules and not the intent. What is the difference between Benin Traditional Council and Edo South Traditional Council? It's the same thing. Benin Traditional Council covers the 7 local governments that makes Edo South. The Edo South Traditional Councils covers the 7 local governments that make an Edo South. Why create a true council that has the same function? The reason is very simple, because there is an intent from the letter to wisp away the kingdom, to dwindle down, to reduce the power of the Oba of Benin, so that people, that the respective traditional rulers that will now be created in this respective local government council within Edo South will have a strong sense of autonomy. A strong sense of autonomy is a divided Benin Kingdom, but it is a game to have Edo South loyalty wished from the Oba of Benin and given to political leaders. Because when these people's fates are not being determined by the government, the Edo State government, so they will have their loyalty to the Edo State government and not to the Oba of Benin. And that is why I said the orchestration has always been to dwindle down and reduce the power of the Oba of Benin, to serve the interest of political leaders. I never said that. That is what the letter said. The letter that said about financial implications so that money can get down and all of that. I have no bad intentions about that. Get this very clear. In the 1979 Gazette, Section 7, it clearly states that the state government does not even need the House of Assembly to effect the creation of local government council as he pleases. So by the virtue of the State Executive Council meeting held, it therefore means that the local government councils have been created. So let nobody mistake anybody. The law has always, from 1979, empowered the governor to create local government councils right from inception. So this is not a matter of he has no right to create it. This is a matter of the law has already empowered any state government. If other state government decided not to do it, it's because they have respect for the Benin monarch. But if this current state government wishes to do it, that is because he has disrespect for the Benin monarch. But for the level of whether it has a right or doesn't have the right, it has every right. And like I said, this is not a video to fight anybody. I have no interest in this fight. My intention about this video is to explain that letter, and is to also say woe to the Edo people who have kept quiet. For the Edo people who now feel that the current occupants of the Benin show probably had stepped on wrong toes or probably had wronged them, blah, blah, blah. Because of that, the throne must go down. It therefore means what they are saying is that if I hate the current governor of Edo State, what it means is that Edo State government should go down, so there should not be any state government in Edo State. I cannot choose an institution of 2061 years for my selfish reason and choose an institution less than 60 years of one institution that is 2061 years old. With the way we are going as a people, we'll wake up one morning and not have that cherished heritage that we have always been proud of. And that will not be because of one state government was powerful, but because we failed to speak at the time when we needed to speak. We failed to remain neutral when it was not convenient. I always say, I've said it, because you don't like the present, because you don't like Obaewa II does not mean you have to destroy the throne that it occupies. I protect the throne. It is what I have always represented. If you destroy the throne, what becomes the future? But it doesn't matter anymore. I will not make the hustle for our own daily hustle, our own daily food. So it don't matter. Which, according to some of them, according to some of them, what has been I don't know how to answer that question. So that is what has now become. That is how some Benin people have not had a modern day orientation. It has now depleted to that level. It is not our thought. So we have to now destroy the legacy of our heritage, because we now think we now have free data. We have the opportunity to speak ill of an institutions that we could ordinarily come out together and find a way we can reshape it to favor everybody. But we want to destroy it because it's no longer convenient for us, or we feel that it has outlived. I've met some elites, I don't want to mention their names, that say that they don't think, I think the monarch has outlived. That's what one of them told me. The monarch has outlived his usefulness. Well, may they also outlive the usefulness to their family. For those who say the monarch has outlived his usefulness to the Edo people, may they also outlive the usefulness they have to this world and to their family. So, but for me, I have fought and I'm tired. If the Benins don't want to fight or speak out because they say Oma Kaya, okay, Oma Makana, but woe to those nincompoos, some nincompoos within the palace wall, using the palace name, denigrating by their actions the justice, the righteousness of the palace. The ancestors of this land will ask you questions, all of you. Because what you people have done all this while, you have caused disgrace and reproach to the palace. The people now believe that the palace is a place where there cannot longer be justice because of some very useless and corrupt elements within the palace walls. There is a fight now. You people are dumb to even know the content of the letter. But you people will be at the first forefront. You people have denigrated this land, go against the laws and the traditions of this land. It's okay. It's okay. You know, Obama High, our Nero knows how we make out to change the hearts of our people. For those who doesn't want to change, let's go. But for those who are currently orchestrating for the downfall of the Benin Kingdom because of their selfish interests, understand this. The relevance you seek, you are never going to get it from the Edo people. I can guarantee you that. The relevance that you seek, the autonomy that you seek, or Beteka, you will never get that relevance from an Edo, the Edo people. But now you are living large, you are living well, you feel the victory finally has come. But I guarantee you, it is not victory that you are seeing, it is a ruse that you are seeing. And when the time comes, let us continue to be an shell and saying that Oma Kaima, Kaima. I have a business I need to attend to. I'll simply go to my business or marry Karen. I have a marriage that is coming up few weeks, few days from now. Let me go concentrate. On my Karen, so Popano, I will continue to be loyal to the throne, whether it exists or it doesn't exist. Why I said it doesn't exist because if I but I'll continue to be loyal. And I will keep the traditions of what is expected as an Edoma to my heart. And I will train my children respecting that throne, irrespective of the occupant. Because it is who I am as an Edoma. It is my heritage and my right. Let the legacies of the Obas of Benin never be destroyed by selfish-minded people. Let the legacies of all the works of our ancestors never be destroyed by these people. Obama and Talk, baby.